Ever feel like your confidence crumbles under pressure, doubt, or failure? What if an ancient philosophy could forge it into something unbreakable? Today, I'll reveal 10 Stoic principles to build unshakable confidence. Start today and watch your strength soar. Confidence is fragile. Life storms like rejection, criticism, or setbacks can shatter it fast. I've felt that. Nerves before a big talk, self-doubt after a flop, fear of looking foolish. But over 2,000 years ago, Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus faced wars, exile, and chaos, yet stood tall with a confidence that didn't waver. Stoicism isn't just about enduring. It's about thriving with a rock-solid core. In this 30-minute video, I'll share 10 Stoic principles that rebuilt my confidence from shaky to unshakable, practical steps I've lived and tested. These aren't quick fixes. They're timeless tools to stand firm no matter what hits you. Imagine facing your next challenge, work, relationships, dreams, with a steady calm and fearless resolve. That's Stoic confidence. If you're ready to build that strength, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. I'm building confidence. To join me on this journey. Principle 1. Focus on what you can control. Epictetus said, "There's only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." The first Stoic principle to build unshakable confidence is to focus on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and responses, while letting go of everything else. Confidence often crumbles when we fixate on what's out of reach. Other people's opinions, unpredictable outcomes, or past mistakes we can't undo. I used to do this all the time. Before a big presentation, I'd stress over how the audience might judge me, my hands shaking, my voice faltering, because I was trying to control their thoughts. It was a losing battle that tanked my self-assurance every time. Then Epictetus' wisdom sank in. I can't control their reactions, but I can control my preparation, my delivery, my mindset. Stoicism teaches a razor-sharp distinction. Your power lies in what's yours, your effort, your attitude, your choices. The rest, external judgments, luck, or circumstances, isn't. This shift was a game-changer for me. That presentation, I stopped worrying about applause and focused on my words. Practiced hard, spoke clear, stood tall. The nerves faded and my confidence soared, not because they clapped, but because I owned what I could. Epictetus, a slave with no freedom over his fate, built unshakable confidence by mastering his inner world. He didn't waste a drop of energy on what he couldn't change. For me, this principle became a bedrock. When a job rejection hit, I didn't spiral over, "Why not me?" I sharpened my resume, applied again, felt stronger with every step. Before Stoicism, I'd lose confidence fighting the uncontrollable. Now, I'm unshakable because I stick to my lane. Most people let external chaos erode their self-worth like I once did. Stoicism hands you the reins, builds a confidence that nothing can touch. This built my core. Next time doubt creeps in, ask, what can I control here? Focus on that. Let the rest go and start today. Comment, I own my power, and share one thing you'll control. Principle 2. Accept imperfection. Marcus Aurelius said, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." The second Stoic principle to build unshakable confidence is to accept imperfection, embracing that you and life will never be flawless. And that's where strength lies. Confidence used to collapse for me when I messed up, stumbled in a speech, missed a deadline, showed a flaw. I beat myself up, thinking perfection was the key to worth. Once, I froze mid-talk, forgot my lines, and spent weeks convinced I'd never be good enough. My confidence shattered because I couldn't be perfect. Marcus Aurelius' wisdom flipped that. Imperfection isn't weakness, it's reality, and accepting it builds you up. Stoicism teaches that chasing flawlessness is a trap. Life's messy, you're human, and confidence comes from standing tall anyway. That speech stumble? I could have laughed it off, kept going, learned. My audience didn't need perfection. They needed me. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire full of flaws, traitors, losses, his own limits. Yet his confidence didn't waver. He accepted what was, worked with it. This hit me deep. Imperfection stopped being my shame and became my fuel. Later, I missed a work goal. Instead of hiding, I owned it, fixed it, grew stronger in front of my team. Before, flaws shook me. Now they steady me. Confidence isn't perfection, it's resilience. Most people crumble under their cracks like I did. Stoicism makes you unshakable by owning them. This steadied me. Next flaw you spot, accept it, say, I'm enough, and keep going today. Comment, I accept my flaws and share one imperfection you'll embrace. Principle 3. Failure is a teacher. Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes a way. The third Stoic principle to build unshakable confidence is to see failure as a teacher. Not a judge sentencing you to shame, but a guide lifting you higher. Failure used to crush my confidence. Each flop felt like proof I wasn't enough. I'd pitch an idea, get shot down, and spiral into doubt, avoiding risks for months. One time, a startup I poured my heart into failed. Lost money, time, pride, and I hid, convinced I'd never make it, my confidence in tatters. Marcus Aurelius' wisdom turned that around. Failure isn't a verdict, it's a lesson. Stoicism teaches that every fall carries wisdom. What broke shows what to fix, if you're brave enough to learn. That startup? I could have dissected it. Poor planning, weak execution, rebuilt smarter, stronger. Instead, I wallowed, letting failure define me. Marcus Aurelius faced defeats, wars lost, plans ruined, yet saw each as a chance to grow, not crumble. His confidence came from learning, not winning. This flipped everything for me. Failure stopped being my enemy and became my mentor. When a speech bombed later, I didn't shrink. I asked, what went wrong? Too rushed, unclear, practice, came back sharper, stood taller. Before, failure shook me in my core. Now, it builds my confidence. Each lesson makes me surer. Most people let failure break them like I did. Stoicism makes you unshakable by turning it into strength. This grew me. Next failure, ask, what's this teaching? Learn one thing, act on it today. Comment, failure builds me, and share one lesson you'll take. Principle 4, stop seeking approval. Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. The fourth Stoic principle to build unshakable confidence is to stop seeking approval, letting go of the need for others' nods to feel worthy. Confidence used to hinge on praise for me. If people didn't clap, I'd shrink. I'd tweak my words, my work, myself to fit what I thought they wanted. Every good job a boost, every silence a blow. Once, I pitched a bold idea at work. Silence followed, no cheers, and I crumbled, doubting my worth for weeks, avoiding bold moves after. Epictetus' lesson broke that chain. Others' approval isn't your measure. Your integrity is. Stoicism teaches that craving validation is a trap. You can't control their thoughts, and tying confidence to them is handing over your power. That pitch? I could have stood by it, refined it, trusted my gut. Instead, I bent to their quiet. Epictetus, mocked as a slave, built confidence from within. He didn't need applause, only his own truth. This was a liberation for me. Confidence stopped swinging with others' whims. When I spoke at an event later, no big cheers. I didn't flinch. I knew my words had weight, kept going, grew surer. Before I'd beg for nods, now, I stand alone, unshakable. Most people tie their worth to others like I did. Stoicism cuts that rope, builds confidence that's yours alone. This freed me. Do one thing today for you, not their praise, like a bold step or honest word. Comment, I don't need approval. And share one act you'll own. Principle 5, act with virtue. Marcus Aurelius said, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. The fifth Stoic principle to build unshakable confidence is to act with virtue. Rooting your actions encourage justice and honesty, not fleeting gains. Confidence used a waiver for me when I bent my values. Fudged a report to look good, stayed silent when I should have spoken. Each compromise chipped away at me. I feel shaky, hollow, unsure of who I was. Once, I dodged calling out a wrong at work, feared rocking the boat, and my confidence sank. I couldn't look in a mirror without unease. Marcus Aurelius' lesson steadied me. Virtue is the spine of confidence. Act right and you stand tall. Stoicism teaches that true strength isn't in what you get, but who you are, courage to face truth, justice to do right, honesty to own it. That silence? I could have spoken, risked it, grown. My confidence would have held firm. Marcus Aurelius led through chaos, yet his unshakable confidence came from virtue, not victory. Every choice aligned with his core. This became my anchor. Acting right builds a confidence no storm can shake. When I owned a mistake later, admitted it, fixed it, my team respected me more. I stood prouder. Before, compromises wobbled me. Now, virtue roots me. Confidence flows from integrity. Most people trade values for ease like I did. Stoicism makes you unshakable by living true. This rooted me. Act with virtue today, like owning a truth or helping someone, no matter the cost. Comment virtue is my strength, and share one right act you'll do. Principle 6. Face fear head-on. Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." The sixth Stoic principle to build unshakable confidence is to face fear head-on, stepping into the dread that shrinks you, knowing it's the path to strength. Fear used to sap my confidence. I dodge risks, shrink from challenges, let what if rule me. Before a big pitch, I'd imagine failure, rejection, laughter, and my voice would crack, my hands shake, my confidence vanish. I'd back off, play small, stay safe. Seneca's lesson smashed that fear isn't your master. Face it and you're free. Stoicism teaches that confidence grows in the fire. Run from fear and you weaken. Meet it and you harden. That pitch? I could have walked in, faced the risk, owned the room. Fear would have faded with action. Seneca faced exile, death threats, yet wrote with a steady hand. Bravery was his shield. This principle lit a fire in me. Fear stopped owning me. When I had to speak publicly again, heart pounding, I went anyway, stumbled, kept going. Each word built my spine. Before, fear caged me. Now, facing it makes me unshakable. Confidence is an absence of fear. It's defiance of it. Most people let fear shrink them like I did. Stoicism makes you bigger by staring it down. This fired me. Face one fear today, like a tough talk or risk, and push through it. Comment, I face my fear, and share one fear you'll conquer. Principle 7. Value effort over outcome. Epictetus said, "You are not responsible for what happens to you, but you are responsible for how you respond to it." The seventh Stoic principle to build unshakable confidence is to value effort over outcome, finding strength in what you do, not what you can't guarantee. Confidence used to crash for me when results didn't match my hopes, applied for a job, didn't get it, and felt worthless. Tie my self-belief to their no. I'd freeze, doubt my every move, let rejection define me. Epictetus' lesson shifted that outcomes are fickle, effort is yours. Stoicism teaches that confidence isn't in winning. It's in working, in owning your part. That job? I couldn't control their pick, but I could control my prep, resume, practice grit, and that kept me steady. Epictetus, a slave with no say in his fate, found confidence in his effort. Thinking, enduring, growing, not in freedom he couldn't grasp. This became my rock. Results stopped shaking me. When a project flopped later, I didn't sink. I valued the hours I put in, tweaked my approach, came back stronger. Confidence held because I owned the work. Before, I'd tie my worth to what I couldn't hold. Now effort builds me, unshakable because it's mine. Most people let outcomes break them like I did. Stoicism roots you in what you can do, lifts your confidence high. This grounded me. Focus on effort today, like practicing a skill or finishing a task, not the win. Comment effort is my confidence, and share one effort you will value. Principle 8. Simplify your mind. Epictetus said, "If you seek tranquility, do less, but do it better." The eighth Stoic principle to build unshakable confidence is to simplify your mind, cutting the clutter of worry, doubt, and noise to sharpen your inner strength. Confidence used to wobble for me under a tangled mess of thoughts. I'd overthink every move, second-guess every word, drown in what-ifs. Before a big meeting, my mind raced. Will they like me? Did I prep enough? And I'd stumble unsure, my confidence frayed by chaos. Epictetus' lesson cleared that fog. A simple mind is a strong mind. Focus on what matters, let the rest fall away. Stoicism teaches that mental clutter is a thief. Strip it down and you stand clearer, taller. That meeting? I could have zeroed in. Key points, calm voice. Dropped the noise, shone brighter. Epictetus, with no possessions or status, kept his mind lean, wisdom over worry, action over angst, and his confidence was iron. This principle sharpened me. Overthinking stopped shaking me. When a decision loomed later, quit a job or stay, I cut the clutter, weighed my why, chose fast, stood firm. Confidence held because my mind was clear. Before, I'd let chaos cloud me. Now, simplicity steadies me, unshakable because I see straight. Most people let mental mess erode them like I did. Stoicism makes you solid by keeping it simple. This cleared me. Cut one worry today, like, what if, and focus on one clear step forward. Comment, I simplify my mind, and share one thought you'll drop. Principle 9. Find strength in adversity. Seneca said, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. The 9th Stoic principle to build unshakable confidence is to find strength in adversity, using life's hardest hits to forge a core that nothing can crack. Confidence used to flee me when things got tough. Financial dips, lost friendships, health scares sent me reeling, doubting my worth. I'd crumble once, a layoff hit, and I sank into despair, thinking I'd never recover, my confidence shredded by the blow. Seneca's lesson turned that tide. Adversity isn't here to break you. It's here to build you. Stoicism teaches that tough times are your forge. Each struggle shapes you stronger if you lean in. That layoff? I could have cut costs, learned new skills, stood taller. Instead, I folded, let it define me. Seneca faced exile, threats, a death sentence, yet grew sharper, his confidence forged in fire. He didn't just survive, he thrived. This principle became my steel. Adversity stopped shaking me. When a friend bailed later, I didn't sink. I saw a chance to deepen other ties. Came out tougher. Confidence held because I grew through it. Before, hardship broke me. Now it makes me unshakable because I find power in the storm. Most people let adversity crush them like I did. Stoicism makes you rise, builds confidence that endures. This forged me. Face one tough moment today like a setback and find one strength in it. Comment, adversity strengthens me, and share one power you'll gain. Principle 10. Live your own truth. Marcus Aurelius said, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. The 10th Stoic principle to build unshakable confidence is to live your own truth, standing firm in your values, your purpose, not swayed by other shadows. Confidence used to flicker for me when I lived for others, chasing their dreams, bending to their rules, losing myself. I'd take jobs I hated to impress, hide my voice to fit, feel small when I didn't match their mold. Once, I stayed silent on a team idea I knew was wrong, wanted to blend in, and my confidence withered. I wasn't me. Marcus Aurelius' lesson lit my path. Your truth is your strength. Live it and nothing shakes you. Stoicism teaches that confidence isn't borrowed. It's built from your core, your why. That silence? I could have spoken my truth. Stood out, stood tall. My confidence would have soared. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet lived his truth. Virtue over flattery. His confidence unshaken by crowns or critics. This became my fire. I stopped bending. When I quit a soul-crushing job later, I owned my truth. This isn't me. Chased my path. Felt invincible. Before, I'd waver under others' eyes. Now, my truth holds me, unshakable because it's mine. Most people dim their light to fit like I did. Stoicism makes you shine, builds confidence that's yours alone. This lit me. Live your truth today, like saying no or chasing your why. Not theirs. Comment, I live my truth, and share one truth you'll stand by. These 10 Stoic principles built my unshakable confidence. Don't wait. Start now, subscribe, and let's stand tall together. We've covered focusing on what you can control, accepting imperfection, seeing failure as a teacher, letting go of approval, acting with virtue, facing fear, valuing effort, simplifying your mind, finding strength in adversity, and living your truth. These aren't just old quotes. They're the living wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, who turned chaos into confidence I now carry. Before Stoicism, I'd waver, doubt, fear, Others' eyes shook me. Now I'm steady. Failure builds me. Fear fuels me. My truth holds me. I've lived it. A rejection became a lesson. A risk became a win. Confidence isn't fragile anymore. Imagine your life, unshaken by storms, rooted in your core, strong in your skin. Start with one principle today. Watch it grow. If this fired you up, subscribe, and comment, I'm Unshakable, to join our community. Let's build confidence the Stoic way. See you next time